that garbage can orbit of Donald Trump. No doubt that he's nervous.
What'd you do?
On Tuesday, April 4th, 2023, Donald Trump entered a Manhattan courtroom and pled not guilty to 34 crimes.
Fucking movie star. You're a fucking movie star. So tick, tick, tick.
Okay. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. We just had another hearing, and the trial starts on Monday, which is long before a lot of people thought. The judge wants this to be going as fast as possible, and for his reasons, not for my reasons. And this is really a concerted witch hunt. Very simple. Everything you heard in there, this is a witch hunt by numerous judges, Democrat judges. You take a look at Engoron, a whack job. What he did was a disgrace. He's being reviewed by the appellate division, and I hope they do justice because everybody's looking and no business is coming into this city. None whatsoever. They're looking at that case. That case is a threat to democracy, frankly. What took place with the AG, a crooked AG, Letitia James, who campaigned on the fact that I'm going to get Trump. I'm going to get Trump. That's all she said for 2 years, and people don't want to see this stuff. We have violent criminals all over the streets of New York, and nothing happens. So even when they catch him or they let him go, no bail whatsoever. So this is just a concerted witch hunt, whether it's Judge Kaplan with a person. I have no idea who they were when they called, then they said they were suing us. I had no idea who this person was or the judge. Or if you look at it, Engoron, when he said that Mar-a-Lago, which was worth $1 billion or $1.5 billion, he said it was worth $18 million because that's what suited his narrative. But that's what's happening in this city and all over the country. But what's happening in this city, some are very good, by the way. Some are very fair. But those are really the cities that are thriving. But what's happening here with the judicial system is an outrage. And all over the world, they're watching it. And all over the world, they're seeing it. This giant witch hunt to try and hurt a campaign that is beating the worst president in history. Biden is the worst president in history of our country, and I'm beating him by a lot. And this is the only way they think they can win. But it's not going to win. New Hampshire. I'm supposed to be in Georgia. I'm supposed to be in North Carolina. South Carolina. I'm supposed to be in different places campaigning. But I've been here all day on a trial that is really very unfair trial. These are all stories of the last few days from legal experts. This is a Wall Street Journal editorial. But all of these stories from legal experts saying how this is not a case. This case is ridiculous. This is another one. The case is ridiculous. Trump indictment. It's missing fraud. There is no fraud. All of these stories are all stories of how, and these are done by the experts and editorials, by Bragg falsifying business records, and he falsifies them. He's the one. He's the fraud. Take a look at all of these stories. You see them here. Bragg's indictment even fails as an indictment. All of them. Bragg crosses the Rubicon, indicting Trump on nonsense. The whopping outrage of Trump's indictment. It's a whopping outrage. And it's an outrage. Everybody's outraged, right? You know, we had 18 DA or DA types or close. Was 18 or 19 or 21. And they counted all day in and out. And in the meantime, we have murders going on right outside of New York. Look at this. Jonathan Turley, Greg Jarrett, Andrew McCarthy. Everyone of saying it's a zombie case, meaning there is no case. And then they say, is it constitutional? They don't think the case is. And these are real stories that have taken place over the last few days. And it's a shame. And it's a shame. And I'm sitting here for days, from morning till night, in that freezing room. Freezing! Everybody was freezing in there. And all of this result, look at them. Each one a story. And it's a very bad thing. Very bad thing. The whole world is watching. Our democracy is really under siege. Our Second Amendment is under siege, but not with me. It's not with me. They don't touch it. But our Second Amendment is under siege. Our democracy is under siege because of Joe Biden. Joe Biden loves to say that democracy is on the ballot this election. If it is, we're going to win in the greatest landslide in history because we're the ones who are fighting to save our democracy. And crooked Joe Biden is the demented tyrant. He's a demented tyrant who's trying to destroy democracy. 2 days from now, the entire world will witness the commencement of the very first Biden trial. And they're all Biden trials. You know that, right? And I'm proud to do it for you. Have a good time watching. Have a good time watching Monday in New York City. I will be forced to sit fully gagged. I'm not allowed to talk. Can you believe it? They want to take away my constitutional right to talk. I have a crooked judge. This has never happened before. By the way, you didn't know that, right? Fully gagged before a highly conflicted and corrupt judge who suffers from TDS. Does anybody know what TDS is? Correct. Trump derangement syndrome, as the radical left Democrat Party seeks to do anything possible to keep me from running and winning in this election. And let me tell you, we're leading by so much. They don't know what's happening. But you know what they love to do? I did nothing wrong from day one. I did nothing. We had Russia, Russia, Ukraine, Ukraine, Ukraine. Yet every hoax imaginable, with all of the things they did with millions of pages of study, they found nothing, which makes me perhaps the most honest guy almost in the world. I think they found nothing, but like all true communist show trials, this is what they call a communist show trial, and we're going communist. Don't kid yourself. If we don't win this election, this country is finished.
That garbage can orbit of Donald Trump. No doubt that he's nervous.
What'd you do? What'd you do?
On Tuesday, April 4th, 2023, Donald Trump entered a Manhattan courtroom and pled not guilty to 34 crimes.
Squash it. Squash it.
Fucking movie star. You're a fucking movie star.
Tick, tick, tick.